another Diablo 3 video, and I uploaded one yesterday explaining the build. I finally got what I needed to, and for some reason the video is not popping up. So I'll run through this again one more time. My build runs off of skeletal mages and devouring them. As you can see, we're just capped out at movement speed and full mana, and we're working off of Land of the Dead and Army of the Dead. So this is my build in a nutshell. It's going to be Devour, and we're running Ruthlessness, which additionally consumes your minions for essence, and our skeletal mages are going to drop the Gift of Death. That is up until we get a separate piece of gear that allows us to have that, but it's not really going to be necessary because we're devouring them anyways. So we're not running off of minions, we're actually using the Corpse Lance build. So we're running Pestilence, and in Pestilence, each corpse you consume fires off a Corpse Lance. So we're consuming our minions that are dropping our corpses, and they're firing off while the enemy is getting obliterated and firing off their Corpse Lances as well. Now this is a very old build. To some, this is like years old, but honestly it's one of the funnest builds I have come across. To actually clearing rifts pretty quickly. Now we're not running like Grandmaster rifts over 100 or anything else like that, but this will run you up to like 60, 65. So it's a pretty decent chunk if you're starting off the game and you finally beat the story and stuff like that, and you're able to run adventure mode. So moving on with the build, this is our Pestilence. So what we're looking for in here is going to be intelligent, vitality, and life. And then for our arms, intelligent, crit chance, crit hit, intelligence, vitality. I would argue to kind of take out the fire resistance and just make it resistance overall. On our neck piece, we're running the Johnstone. So the Johnstone is very, very good because what it's going to do is it's going to make our Land of the Dead, once Land of the Dead expires, we're going to get 50 stacks, okay, of the Macabre stack, and it's going to increase our Corpse Lance by 179%. So that's really good. And we're running Bane of the Powerful. So we're gonna gain 20% increased damage for 55 seconds after killing an elite pack, which is really good because we get that nice boost. And dudes, as you saw, we're gonna run through everything, and we also have our Blood Rush. So Blood Rush is gonna cost 10% health because we have our rune on that provides an additional charge but doubles the health cost, which is good because what we're trying to do here is we're trying to proc this to happen. So Blood is Power, we're trying to proc Blood is Power after cumulatively losing 100% of your maximum life. Your cooldowns are reduced by 20%. That's going to go hand in hand with our Blood Rush, because it's you just need to dash 10 times and you already lost 100% of your life, so our cooldowns are going to be that much quicker. Okay. Also, we're running our powers here, so we're going to reduce the remaining cooldown of one of your skills by 1 second when we slay enemies, and we're going to be slaying a lot of enemies very quickly. So our Land of the Dead and Army of the Dead are going to proc almost all the time, which is good. because that's exactly what I was going for in this build, just to keep that procced up. Okay, we have no resource generating primary skill because we're running off of the Devourer and the Skeleton Mages. Now, the ring that we have for this is going to raise 4 additional mages, which that's going to give us 4 times the mana back and 4 times the Corpse Land Spire. And then we're running Frailty just because once we truck through enemies, it's an aura that when the enemies get caught and we leave them behind, the curse will stay. And that's what we want. We want to get in and out and try and clear the rifts as fast as possible. So for our passes, we're running Fueled by Death, which consuming a corpse makes your movement speed 3 times for 5 seconds, and it stacks up to 10 times. Then Eternal Torment, our curses cost 50% less, which we're not casting the curse, so we're not losing that. What we're looking for is just the curse to last forever. Also, Spreading Malediction, they're going to receive 1% bonus for each affected enemy for our curses. So we could run into a pack of 20, they're going to get 20% more damage because of our curses. And we get to run away, and we want to be further back from the enemy. Just because we have... let me see if this is one. Oh, okay, right here, Ring of Royal Grandeur. Deals damage you deal is increased by 6.64% for every 10 yards between you and the enemy hit. Maximum 33.20% increase at least 50 yards away. 20% chance to hit to stun the enemy for 1 second, which is awesome. So what we want to do is we want to get in the enemy's face and be out as far as possible, because our corpse lances are going to do 33.20% more if we're 50 yards away, which is good. That's half a football field. So we could be half screen and proc that maximum amount of damage, which is amazing. It's really, really good. Now, of course, Ring of Royal Grandeur, it's gonna reduce our set bonuses by 1, which these are set bonuses, which are the items in green. And as you can see, our Pestilence set is missing legs, but we are still going to get that 6-piece bonus, which is awesome. And we are running Corrupted Ashbringer, which it's a temporary, because there's another set that I want to implement in here, but it's chance on killing. An enemy raises skeletons to fight for you. Upon accumulating 5 skeletons, they explode for 1,000% weapon damage, and the sword transforms into Ashbringer for a short time. Attacking with Ashbringer burns your enemies for 5,023%. And that's going to be as holy. So a convention of elements would be pretty good for this build. Just because we're cycling through our burns and poison and cold, simply because of our frozen lands. Okay, so the convention of elements, if you don't know what that is, it cycles through all the elements in a sequence. So it'll be like lightning first, fire, then poison, holy, and so on and so forth. And once it does its rounds, that's where you want your rotation in for your elements. But that's if you're running that. This set, we're not running that. This set is simply just a speed build and Corpse Lance doing enough damage. So right now I'm going to run a Rift. Let me see. Okay, I don't have any keystones with me. So we're going to run a Rift to show off the build and how it works.
Prove yourself worthy.
So we're getting in. And we're running Torment 9, which isn't the highest because there's Torment 16. But we're not strong enough yet to get to there. We could proc Frozen Lands.
I'm afraid not.
And as we're killing all of these enemies, our cooldowns are going down by 1. So it's like we don't even have to wait the 5 seconds.
I'm afraid not.
Frozen Lands is 120 seconds of cooldown. And look at that. We don't even have to wait the 20 minutes for it. We can proc it and just keep
that is not possible.
Killing all these skeletons. I'm just so happy with this build. I mean, it's just
the night
so
embraces
good.
you.
It's just so good, dudes.
No.
And we want to be proccing Blood Rush all the time.
This world can abide you no longer.
Hit up Frozen Lands.
Weakness consumes you.
And this build can get so much stronger because we're not optimized on our gear. Which is fine. It doesn't really matter because, I mean, look at everything that we're doing now just with this build. And, dudes, we're so fast. None can really disturb us from our peace of running this rift.
The grave beckons.
It's just an overall super fun build. It's Dastard, everybody. Doesn't matter. Crazy, man.
No.
No.
Do not fear the end.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna take out this dude.
I must heal.
And that's it, applying curses and being
decay and rot.
The Rift Guardian has arrived.
Good night. Sorry, Steve Blum. And that's
I'm
it.
returning to town.
Imprint.
So now can I lock this? I wish there was a way that you can lock the items so that we're gonna put those two in there because we're gonna convert those into the oh my god, I'm forgetting the ring's name. Okay, so let us do last played. Okay, 60. We ran at 60.
Enemies of the Nephilim.
No.
And check that out. We are already we're a friggin' third of the way
That is not
on our
possible.
frozen lands already, and we just procced it. So it's like it's on what, like a 15-second cooldown?
This world can abide you no longer.
Good night.
I'm afraid not.
We don't need corpse explosion.
No.
We don't need command skeletons. We actually don't need command golem to oh, damn it. Got caught right there. Let's take them out.
I'm afraid not.
We want to get far, far away from that guy so that we can deal maximum damage. So we're not going to get our bonus for the no kill or the no death.
Beckons.
That's all right. Proc frozen lands. Let's see what's up. The only thing I missed that I really wanted for these for this build was the these boots that allow you to run through the enemies unscathed. I call them ghost boots.
That is not possible. I cannot do that.
Alright.
My wounds are deep. Do not fear the end. I cannot do that. Beckons. I cannot do that.
They're dead before I even have a chance to do anything.
I'm afraid not.
Okay, which way are you going? Like I said, not
Give it
optimal,
more
but
time.
super fun. We're still hitting in the billions, which is really good. Oh yeah, we're summoning the Rift Guardian here.
The night embraces you.
No. I like when he does that.
I cannot do that. I am injured.
I am on the mend. Frozen land.
No.
Look at this. This is insane.
Your death nears.
The Rift Guardian is here.
Yep. Stay far away from him.
Nephilim, you have triumphed. Yes.
And what we're upgrading right now is this one. We want that nice far away bonus.
I need to go back.
We need long distance calls. Okay. Let's see our runtime. 401. Not bad. I've ran it under 3 minutes. Well, actually a little above 3 minutes. But that is the build in a nutshell. One more time, I'm going to show you. It's Devour. On Devour, we're running Ruthless. On our Skeletal Mages, we're running Gift of Death. Army of the Dead, Army of the Dead, Frozen Army, Land of the Dead, Frozen Army. I mean, Frozen, Frozen Lands. Frailty for that nice in and out bonus. We don't need to press any other buttons. Blood Rush, we want that double cost of the blood to proc our blood as power. And then we're going to be, our curses are going to apply more damage. Our curses are going to last forever. Our run speeds are going to be ridiculous. And we're running the Pestilence set. Pestilence with the Captain Crimson set. Okay, that's going to be the belt and the legs. Okay, and what the Captain Crimson set is going to do is it's awesome because it's going to reduce the cooldown for 20% and reduce our resource cost by 20%. Damage dealt increased by your percentage of cooldown reduction. Damage taken is reduced by your percentage of your cost reduction. So we're getting 20% for both of those. 40% outcome of damage and stuff. And like I said, our build is only going to get more optimal the more the stuff that we put on it. Okay, so I could swap out those gems to put some more dexterity and more strength for survivability. Right now in my headset and my headpiece I have vitality. Okay, because even though we're trying to be way overpowered, it's just not going to work if you don't have any defense. As you saw, even at level 60 we can still get smacked one time and that's all she wrote. Okay, so now what we're gonna do with our build is just try to reforge them into ancients. Wow, as I was about to say it. So what an ancient legendary piece is going to have this beautiful, nice border around it. Now you can tell the difference on the right side that it's just a plain border, and then on the left side that's the ancient set. They come with higher stats. Okay, but what we're really trying to get is an ethereal. Ethereal is blue and they're new for this this season. So I haven't been playing too much of this season, but I got myself an ethereal on my hardcore character. So still running a corpse lance build like this one on my hardcore character. And just a quick note before we end this video, to get the Canias Cube you have to go to chapter 3. Okay, and when we're in chapter 3 in Bastion's Keep, we're going to go all the way to the top right corner, the ruins of Saccharon. That is where we get the Canias Cube in order to extract, reforge, upgrade, convert sets, which this is awesome. This is really, really cool because what it's going to do is it's going to give you a different set of armor, an armor piece, but for the same set. So you don't have to keep running around and trying to hope for a drop. You can get a drop of a set, and if you have 2 arm pieces, you can convert one of them to become a leg piece, or become boots, or become a headpiece, or anything else like that. It really, you know, it's depending on what you need. See how I have 2 Icarus Wills? This one right here I can convert into another piece that I need. And I believe it could drop as an ancient too. It could convert into an ancient. So hopefully I'm right about that. Reduce level requirement. This one's really good. All you need is a Gem of Ease. So you run the Rift, you get a Gem of Ease, and you keep leveling that up. Okay? And then converting essence and all this other stuff like that. Augmenting ancient items. There's a lot of requirements for that. That's a lot of stuff. But this is what's going to optimize our build for what I'm doing and how I want to run this set. So I thank you guys very much for watching the video, and I will be more optimal next time. Thank you very much. Peace.